Working with blogs and editing the footer. All right, so here we are in our footer tab. So the first thing I want to do is add a container. Okay. Now also, what I'm going to do first before we get started, I'm going to work down here in this area is I want to kind of change the color so you can see where we're working. So make it like so. Press OK and press save. All right, now let's add content. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to add a grid first. Choose whatever you like. I'm going to go with this option here. All right, now the first thing I want to do is I'm going to add a Facebook page. I'm going to come here to my Facebook plugin. And what I'm going to do is going to use a smaller size. It's more appropriate for the footer. So I want to show my friend posts or any of that. And press continue. Okay. And then we have to save here. All right, so I have my Facebook here. I accidentally put 2, so all I have to do to erase is come here and delete 1 and press OK. And then save again. You know, sometimes it happens. And I'll make a few small mistakes so we can go through and change each one as we go. So here's our Facebook app, our plugin. Now the next thing I'm going to do is add some content. Okay, so I come here to our text editor. Come here and you put any generic content here just for tutorials, but it's where you'll put your extra information or your other plugins. So I'm going to paste this a few times so I have more to work with. And press continue and save. All right, so here's my footer. I have my content here. I have my Facebook here. All right, now as you notice, we did change the color of our footer to this light gray color, but the white is still behind our content. So what we have to do is we have to change the coloring there to kind of match our container. So we'll come back here to the configurations, and the best way to do this, the best way to actually match the different colors, to come here and copy. Come over here to our content and click on general and paste the background color there. We'll press OK and then press save. Alright, so there we are. We have our background content. Now, we have our background color behind our content. So now what I want to go do is maybe add something else in here like a button. So first, let me do this. I'm going to free up a little space. And I want to center my content maybe. Alright, so if we want to add a button, we come here and we're going to put in this box, and then we want to insert a button. Alright, so this is where you can do the style. So I'm going to click fill the entire space. That means it's going to be just as wide as the box that it's in. Alright, and now I'm going to do the button size maybe medium. I'll come here. The button title is click here. Alright, continue. Come here and go to the button, add new button. And we don't need to put an icon now, but we can put a title. Just put a click here. Destination, we don't need that now, but we can put in a link and add the target. Save. And there we have our button. So let's go to continue and press save here. Let's scroll down and now I have my button. Now one thing I also want to point out is the spacing here. So up top we want to pull this down so it's not so close to the border of our container. So we'll come back here and we'll go into, let's say, the margins. And we want to take it a little bit off the top. And you can just slide or you can add a number right here. Press OK and then press save. Come back down, and now we have our spacing. But now we have a white space, so we want to get rid of that white space. So the best way to do that is, instead of working externally with the margin, let's change the inside margin, which would be the padding. So we'll come back to our margin, and this is a common mistake, and it's easy to fix. Bring this back down to 0, and press OK, and save again, and make sure we got that right. And then we're going to come back here and go into the padding and maybe do the same thing. So in top, we'll do 20. Press OK. All right, and now we have some spacing. So that is how you work with content on your footer. That's how you add different elements. So go ahead, and I'll talk to you next tutorial.